Palatable, pleasant or acceptable to the taste. After experimenting with different spices, the chef finally created a palatable dish that pleased the discerning tastes of the restaurant's customers. Palliate, to alleviate or ease without curing. The doctor's goal was to palliate the patient's pain while treating the underlying condition. Pallid, pale or lacking color. Her pallid complexion and drooping posture indicated that she wasn't feeling well. Pallor, an unhealthy or unnatural paleness of the skin. The sudden pallor of his face revealed his shock and surprise. Palpable, tangible or easily perceived. The tension in the room was so palpable that you could practically feel it in the air. Panacea, a remedy or solution for all problems. Although there is no universal panacea for all illnesses, regular exercise and a balanced diet contribute to overall health. Panache, flamboyant, confidence or style. With his confident demeanor and stylish attire, he carried himself with great panache. Paradigm, a model or example. The discovery of penicillin was a paradigm shift in the field of medicine. Paradox, a statement that appears contradictory but may be true. The statement, "This statement is false," presents a classic logical paradox. Paragon, a model of excellence or perfection. Her exceptional skills and unwavering dedication made her a paragon of leadership within the organization. Parley, a conference or negotiation between opposing sides. The two sides agreed to a parley in an attempt to peacefully resolve the conflict. Parsimonious, excessively frugal or stingy. Despite his immense wealth, he lived a parsimonious lifestyle, avoiding unnecessary expenses. Paucity, scarcity or an insufficient quantity. The paucity of evidence made it difficult for the prosecutor to build a strong case. Pecuniary, relating to money or finances. The company's decision was largely influenced by the potential pecuniary gains. Pedantic, overly concerned with minor details or rules. His pedantic explanations tended to overshadow the main points of the discussion. Penchant, a strong liking or preference. She had a penchant for adventure, always seeking out new and exciting experiences. Perennial, lasting for an indefinite time, enduring. The perennial flowers in the garden bloom year after year, bringing beauty to the landscape. Pernicious, harmful or destructive. The pernicious effects of the addictive substance became apparent over time. Peruse, to read or examine carefully. He liked to peruse the bookstore for hours, browsing through various titles. Pervasive, widespread or all-encompassing. The influence of social media is pervasive in today's society, shaping opinions and trends. Petulant, irritable or impatient in a childish way. His petulant response to criticism showed his inability to handle feedback maturely. Piquant, stimulating or provocative. The dish had a piquant flavor that delighted the taste buds with its unique blend of spices. Placate, to appease or soothe. The manager tried to placate the upset customer by offering a full refund and an apology. Placidity, calmness or tranquility. The calm placidity of the lake provided a serene backdrop for the picnic. Plaudit, an enthusiastic expression of praise or applause. The actor received a loud plaudit from the audience for his outstanding performance. Plausible, seemingly reasonable or believable. The detective found the suspect's alibi to be quite plausible based on the corroborating evidence. Plenary, full or complete in every respect. The conference featured a plenary session where all attendees gathered to discuss the main topics. Plenitude, abundance, or a large quantity. The garden was in full bloom with a plenitude of colorful flowers that created a vibrant display. Plethora, an excessive amount or overabundance. The supermarket had a plethora of options for every type of cereal imaginable. Plucky, courageous, determined, and spirited. Despite facing challenges, the plucky young entrepreneur was determined to succeed in her business venture. Poignant, emotionally moving or touching. The poignant scene in the movie brought tears to the audience's eyes as they felt the character's deep sorrow. Poise, graceful and controlled movement or bearing. With impeccable poise, she gracefully walked across the stage to accept her award. Ponder, to think deeply or consider carefully. As he sat by the lake, he took a moment to ponder the meaning of life. Ponderous, heavy or cumbersome. The ponderous book contained dense philosophical concepts that required careful reading and consideration. Portend, to foreshadow or indicate in advance. The dark clouds and distant thunder portended an approaching storm. Portent, an omen or warning sign. The sudden drop in temperature was seen as a portent of the harsh winter ahead. Pragmatic, practical and realistic. Taking a pragmatic approach, they focused on solutions that would yield practical results. Prattle, to talk in a foolish or inconsequential manner. The children's constant prattle filled the air with their lively chatter. Precarious, uncertain or risky. Walking on the thin ice felt precarious, and he proceeded with caution. Precept, a guiding principle or rule of conduct. The teacher emphasized the importance of honesty as a fundamental precept in their classroom. Precipice, a steep cliff or dangerous situation. She stood at the edge of the precipice, gazing down at the breathtaking view below. Preclude, to prevent or make impossible in advance. His lack of experience did not preclude him from taking on the challenging project. Predilection, a preference or liking for something. Her predilection for art led her to spend hours in the museums and galleries. Preponderance, superiority in weight, importance or influence. The preponderance of evidence supported the conclusion that the defendant was guilty. Prescient, having foresight or knowledge of future events. Her prescient predictions about market trends earned her a reputation as a savvy investor. Pristine, in its original, unspoiled condition. The remote island remained pristine and untouched by human activity. Proclivity, a natural inclination or tendency. His proclivity for adventure often led him to seek out new and daring experiences. Prodigal, wasteful, extravagant, or spending recklessly. The prodigal son returned home after years of traveling and seeking his fortune. Prodigy, a remarkably talented or gifted person. The child's exceptional musical talent marked her as a prodigy in the making. Profane, showing disrespect for sacred things, irreverent. The comedian's profane language offended some members of the audience. Profound, deep, or intellectually insightful. The philosopher's profound insights into human nature left a lasting impact on his readers. Prolific, producing abundant or numerous works or offspring. The prolific author published multiple novels in a single year. Promulgate, to announce or make known officially. The government decided to promulgate new regulations to address environmental concerns. Propensity, a natural inclination or tendency. Her natural propensity for leadership made her an ideal candidate for the managerial position. Protract, to prolong or extend in time. The negotiations dragged on, causing the process to protract longer than expected. Provenance, the origin or source of something. The provenance of the antique painting was meticulously documented, tracing its history through various owners. Proximity, nearness in space, time, or relationship. The proximity of the hotel to the beach made it a popular choice for tourists. Prudent, cautious and sensible in judgment. It was a prudent decision to save some money for unexpected expenses. Prudish, excessively modest or proper. She had a prudish attitude, often expressing discomfort with discussions of sensitive topics. Puckish, playful or mischievous. His puckish sense of humor kept everyone entertained at the party. Puerile, childish or immature. The adults were amused by the children's puerile attempts at solving the complex puzzle. Punctilious, strictly attentive to details. He was known for his punctilious attention to detail, ensuring that every task was completed meticulously.